And welcome back. Another day, another read. So let's get straight to it. And if you're new here, hey, hello, my name is Dulce, and this is Alchemy of Knowledge. And today has been a very interesting day. I've been seeing so many like synchronicities in the sense of like words. Like you belong here, let it go, let go of the baggage, all that stuff. And I'm just like, okay, this is interesting. Like it's not like what's it called? Just a normal day, to be honest with you. And then I just kept seeing a lot of mirrored numbers, so like 12, 12, 12, 13, 13, 24, 24, 35, 35. And I'm just like, what's going on, collective? What's going on here? Like, what's happening for you? And that's what we're going to see. Okay, Spirit Grace, my grace high is good, and only my grace high is good. Who am I reading for? What do they need to know? And let's see. This is a period in time in your life where you're learning how to embody your confidence, your authenticity, your vibrancy, who you are as an individual, what you stand for, and just be confident in the fact that whatever's meant for you is going to come for you. Not come for you, well, it's going to align, and it's going to come at the right time and at the right place. I'm seeing that you're flourishing and you're just finally allowing yourself to just be. Because I get the sensation like for quite a while, you were just suppressing yourself, hiding parts of yourself out of the fear of rejection, out of the fear that, oh, well, if I do this, someone's going to feel like this, or this person's going to react like this, but it's none of your business at this point. At this point, what really matters is your joy, your happiness, and what you want in your life long term. And this is because you are finally recognizing that by you fulfilling your emotional needs, making sure that you're good in the first place, these are going to fall into place naturally. But you're having to address these shadows, this, emotional turmoil that's happening because there's a deeper desire that's happening. And in the in-between that you're just not knowing how to define it or really pinpoint it. But it's because something you're neglecting or you're not paying much attention to or something that you need to implement in your life. Your emotions are your compass. Your emotions are going to let you know what you need to know. They're going to let you know, hey, this is not okay. Hey, I need this. Hey, we need space here. Hey, you're being disrespected. Pay attention. Stuff like that. As I said this, these cards fell out. Yes, because what you're seeking for is balance, harmony, fairness. You're tired of the disimbalance. You don't want to be dealing with power games. You want genuine reciprocal energy being given and taken at the same time. You're done with the disembalancing in your life, and you already have seen it, how much it has played out in so many paradigms and timelines that you've been with people. This could have also played out in your relationships and your friendships and even in the dynamics with your siblings. There was just the sense of unfairness that was just there. And it's really now your intuition that's letting you know where to go from this. They're telling you hey, this is the direction that you need to take, or hey, this is something that you need to implement. And I'm pretty sure that as of lately, you've been given downloads. You've been getting dreams, vivid dreams, letting you know hey, this is what is to come. This is what you're seeing. This is why you're perceiving this. And it's because you're dealing with wounds. There's just these psychological wounds that you have deep within your own self that need to be faced and faced head on. So that way this shadow, this confusion, or this pain, this baggage that has been haunting you for quite some time no longer keeps haunting you anymore. So that way you can finally come into peace and finally fall in love with yourself on a different level and aspect. And stop seeing yourself in this negative light, because you're not this negative light. This was just a perception from other people that you were also hurting or were not in a great place in their life. And that is completely okay, but that does not define who you are as a person. And I'm seeing Gemini placements being very significant. I'm also seeing Libra placements. So there's just a big emphasis on being flexible, being adaptable, being open-minded into learning different kinds of information and being willing to shift your perspective at all times. Because this is your period of evolution, and you're flourishing into this new phase into your life where you're spreading your wings. And it's you embodying that intuition, you embodying that feminine energy, you finally sitting still and not forcing anything. You're just letting things be. And that is completely okay. I saw 444 as I said that. Listen to your divine feminine. She knows the way. She knows so naturally, because divine feminine energy is very fruitful. It's very abundant. It's very beautiful. It's very natural. and it's very nurturing. People just want to be around it. Like, they can't get enough of it. So it's like really listening to your divine feminine. What does she really truly desire? And I'm seeing a lot having to do with, like, mothering yourself, nurturing yourself, protecting your emotional needs, protecting, your inner child from any harm's way, and making sure that you're in good hands at all times wherever you go. Like, this doesn't have to be like your actual mother. This has to be your own mother within your own self. And you finally recognizing, like, this is what I needed when I was a child, and I'm going to fulfill this need now as an adult for my own self, for my own well-being, because I'm going to protect that kid that I wish that was protected a long time ago. And I'm also seeing, like, your divine masculine playing a role and, like, implementing this as discipline and, having those boundaries, because they actually serve a great purpose in your life. So that way you don't get put in stupid situations where you feel emotionally neglected or abused. So that way hey, I can actually prevent this entire chaotic, like, energy or dynamic to ever play itself out if I just have my boundaries and I stay firm on them. So that way I could never be taken advantage of or be, like, put in a situation where I'm unsafe in all regards. And by you recognizing this, it's going to lead to so many drastic changes in your life, because you're shifting paradigms. It's you recognizing your value as a person and knowing that you're so valuable that why would you settle for less? Why would you allow for lesser treatment? Why would you allow someone to talk to you in a certain different manner if you don't even talk to yourself like that? Why would you let that happen? And, Spirit's, like, showing you this so vividly because they're illuminating all of this. They're like, look at all this. Are you going to keep allowing this in? Or are you going to finally, like, say, like, enough is enough. I'm not allowing this kind of energy into my life. And I can tell because, like, you have dealt with so much disimbalance and tension happening here, because part of you feels like it's comfortable. It's okay. Like, maybe, like, if I allow this to happen, I'll be accepted. Maybe if I let this behavior happen, like, maybe, like, a good outcome can come out of this. No. No more confusing yourself. No more lying to yourself. No more doing this to you. Because we're here to build for the long haul. We're here for the long-term goals. We're here for, like, the accolades. We're not here for no child's play. Like, you're here for serious matters. Like, you have a big purpose at hand, and it's not to be dealt lightly. And it takes great discipline and great courage to actually, do the big work. And just because right now it may seem like it's not that big, it really is a big thing, especially for you, wherever you take yourself in your journey. Yes, because this is part of your destiny. This is something that you're having to realize. Like, in order for you to accomplish, like, this big journey and task, you have to be disciplined. You have to be structured. You have to, like, do the boring things and keep on doing them until, it's a habitual pattern where you're off in good hands. You know that if you're in this situation, you know how to handle it. If you know, like, you're dealing with this specific kind of dynamic, you know how to, like, assert yourself and resolve it, and not panic or freak out. And it's because you're literally, like, learning, like, the power of, like, you leading into your North Node, being that leader, especially when it comes to your relationships, and knowing how to navigate these relationships and dynamics where it's fair, it's balanced, it's beautiful, and there's just mutual respect happening here. And it's because you recognizing how to, like, self-embody your true authentic self, your truth, and who you really are, and not being ashamed of it, because the right people are going to accept you for who you are. They're not going to suppress you. They're not going to judge you. They're going to accept you for who you are, and they're just going to be in awe with you. There's not going to be like, oh, you should be doing this instead. Like, no, they're not. They may question, like, hey, so any reason why you decided to do this? Okay, cool. I just was wondering, type deal. And if you have any concerns, like, know how to bring it up, like, in a respectful manner. But this is something that you're learning to explore and just navigate in a beautiful way, where it's, like, bringing a lot of expansion and a lot of growth with you. And I'm seeing a lot of abundance and luck. I said that, and then the $20 bill that's right next to me just unfolded itself. That is crazy work. Money is coming. Yes, because as you are exploring this aspect of your own self, especially when it comes to your identity or your ego or this old sense of self that you've been carrying and embodying for quite some time, it's helping you purge out what is not meant to be in your life or in your journey. It's letting you finally see the shadow aspects of, like, the neglect, the trauma, the past, and things that just are no longer in alignment with who you are. and actually helping you step into your truth. Because there has been a fog, there's been confusion, there's been things that you weren't able to see clearly back in the day, but now you're able to see them clearly in order for you to get rid of it. It's like you find like, you go into like a different environment and you're presented with like a different like, scenery, energy, people, traditions, values. And you look at yours and you're like, I didn't know I had this going on. Oh, I didn't recognize this. And so it's going to really help you with like clearing out what's not serving you. Seriously, like you're being guided. Hey, time to move, time to relocate. And this is not physically, this is spiritually. Like time to relocate this stuff. Because whatever this is clouding your judgment or it's clouding your vision. And you don't need that in your life. This is where you're needing to be brave and be open to like whatever darkness comes out in your way. It's for the greatest, highest good of all, for you. Because it's not actual all darkness, it's not duality, it is just a part of the light. Imagine that great darkness creates immense lights. It's just you having to shift your perspective and see this as a positive thing. How is it serving you and how is it enlightening you long term? I am not lying to you. You're going through major growth right now. There's just a great expansion happening here. Yes, it feels uncomfortable because you're dealing with the uncomfortable emotions, the uncomfortable like subconscious programming. You're seeing people's shadows. You're experiencing like these emotions that you're just like, what the fuck? Like, why am I dealing with this? And you're picking up on all of this stuff because there's just like a major lesson of like, time to let it go, time to liberate yourself, time to let go of this baggage, time for you to like finally recognize who you are when you're calling. And just know that you are meant for greater things. And this is not for me to gas you up. This is me to remind you of your power, your true potential, and how far you came along in your journey. Because there were some things that could have just wrecked you, destroyed you. But you have came such a long way as a person. And I'm proud of you. Because it takes a great strength to finally say, like, enough is enough. I refuse to keep on playing like the same old narrative, the same old timeline, same old energy. Because I had enough. And you know what? I am proud of you because as much as you sometimes like want to self-sabotage or run away in a different direction, you still persevere. You still push through. You still go. You still do the big thing that people are too scared or intimidated to do. So here I am to remind you, you got this. This is your reminder. You're in good hands. Your intuition will never lead you astray. Listen to it. If something feels off or sketchy, listen to your intuition. That is a fucking sign letting you know that, hey, something about this dynamic or situation isn't right. Listen to it. Seriously, listen to it. Trust it. And other than that, if this reading resonates, it resonates. And if it doesn't, leave it at the window. Do not force it. I'm not going to force you to resonate with this reading if it did not resonate. But for those that did resonate, I hope this brings you clarity. I hope this gives you more insight on what you're going through right now in your life. You got this. I know it's scary. I know it's a big shift. I know that, some things may come out. And you might be ashamed about it or embarrassed of like, well, damn, I can't believe I tolerated this for this long. Or damn, I can't believe I lowered my standards for this long. But it's like, yes, you're given this revelation, this truth. But at the same time, it's like, thank God, now I know. Now I know what to get rid of. Now I know what not to tolerate. Now I know like, oh my God, like I need to raise the bar and be way more on high standards because not everybody deserves access to you. You are very privileged. You're beautiful. And even if you're a male listening to this, you are just as beautiful as my divine feminines listening to this as well. Like you are meant for greatness. And I don't want you downplaying yourself. I don't want you literally like judging yourself. I want you to truly believe deep in your soul that you're meant for great things. And I am so sorry that, your environment or your surroundings or the energies that have been going on around you make you think otherwise, make you doubt yourself, make you think that you're meant for less, but you're not. You're not what you really think. You're greater than that. Your spirit and your soul knows this. And I'm here to remind you that this is the truth. This is your reality. Please believe in yourself. Please stop, doubting your power because you really are the one that holds the keys to your life. Be open and receptive to any messages the divine has to let you know. You will know when it's a message for you when you feel that clarity and peace within you. And you will know when it's out of alignment and you feel this kind of feeling. Like that is your sign. When something's not for you. If it's making you question yourself or doubt yourself, that's not your reading. It's not your sign. It is not for you. So with that being said, Thank you for tapping in. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for being of support. And thank you for being part of my community. I'll see you back in divine timing and have a great rest of your night. Bye.